1.FC Köln's first outing on the Bundesliga World Tour 2015 pitted the club from the Rhineland against Brazilian top side Corinthians in the Florida Cup at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex just outside Orlando. And one of the area's most famous residents was on hand to bring out the match ball. From the off, the Bundesliga side were the dominant force in the match, and that dominance turned into the first goal chance as early as the 5th minute. Marcel Risser's cross, anticipated well by Simon Zoller. Unfortunately for Köln, the opportunity didn't result in the opening goal of the game. Goalkeeper Cassio was briefly out of action, though the Corinthian stopper soon regained his composure. Not that he was troubled when the Bundesliga side next took a pot shot at goal. Marcel Risser, who was so often involved in the first half, was upended just outside the area. A metre further on, and Köln could have tried their luck from the penalty spot. As it was, Risser demonstrated that his free kick taking was a little rusty after a lack of match action. Köln are the Bundesliga side with the second best away record this season, and far away from home they proved once again to be potent. The Brazilians could only keep the Billigots out until the 14th minute. Risser again involved with a delightful assist for Slavomir Peško. The Pole, who's yet to get off the mark in the Bundesliga this season, opened his account in the Florida Cup. Perhaps a sign of things to come from him in the second half of the season. Köln's US contingent didn't have to wait long to see their heroes break the deadlock. Corinthians finished 2014 in 4th place in the Brazilian top flight, a qualification berth for the Copa Libertadores, the South American Champions League. But they would fail to impress in Orlando. The first Brazilian chance came on 22 minutes. Emerson's effort was as lackluster as the rest of Corinthians' first half performance. But after a short spell of Brazilian pressure, it was again the Bundesliga side who took the initiative. Jonas Hector's cross for Simon Zoller was almost perfect, but almost was not good enough for Köln to take a deserved 2-0 lead going into the dressing room. Despite the missed opportunity, the performance was a positive one for Peter Stöger's outfit. But he and Köln did have a slight scare just before half-time. Midfielder Elias made sure that standing Köln keeper Thomas Kessler, with a little help of Jonas Hector's heel, had to pull off at least one save. The travelling Billigots fans must have been pleased with what they'd seen. The Brazilians, as you'd expect, still in party mood despite being a goal down at the break. Some of that positivity did rub off on Corinthians, however, who produced the first decent chance of the second half. 5 minutes after the restart, Kessler called into action to deny Luciano. Köln were not deterred and took their first half flair into the second period. Just after the hour, Peško, who'd already shown why he should be closely marked, but his goal ruled out for offside. Marcel Risser was the standout man on the pitch, and the only thing missing for him was to crown a man-of-the-match performance with a goal. His next free kick was certainly better than the first. This time Cassio was tested and was forced to pull out his best save of the match. So no goal for Risser, but a first performance of 2015 for 1.FC Köln to be pleased about. Deserved winners against Corinthians, and that also notches up a victory for Germany in the Florida Cup. 1-0 the final score. Next up, Fluminense in Jacksonville on January 17th. It was a great match. First of all, it was a great game against a really tough opponent. It was no friendly. The atmosphere wasn't like a friendly. Perhaps they were out for revenge after the World Cup semi-final. It was a real test for us. But we did what the coach wanted us to do, and it was a great match. It's always difficult against a German club. They always run a lot, and they're very disciplined at the back. There wasn't a lot of space for us to get our game going. It was good, but not easy. Hopefully, it will be better for us on Saturday.
Ja, ich hoffe, dass am Samstag für uns wird besser.